Hey there, it's Mark from Men Who Bullet. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Men Who Bullet. So for today's video, we're going to be diving into the iPad. That's right, something a little bit different than normal. I wanted to share with you something I've been interested in trying, but haven't fully dove into just yet. And what I mean by that is that for the first part of this year, I've been focusing on a larger size journal here that I've been keeping. And I've been interested in kind of going beyond this a little bit. And by that, I mean going digital. So I've been using this little pocket notebook for the past few weeks, trying it out, seeing how I like it. But I've been really interested in diving into the iPad and doing some digital planning. I've been talking about it for the past month or so, exploring a few things, and Anderei from the Instagram account iPad Planner reached out and said, hey, would you possibly be interested in trying out one of my digital planners? And I thought, absolutely, what a cool opportunity to check something out and see how it works, because I haven't ever used a digital planner before. Now this planner is a 161-page PDF, which then I imported using the Goodnotes app, and it's really exciting. I'm excited to show this off. Never having used a digital planner before, it's really cool to take a look at some of these features, like right when you open it, there's additional tabs, which I'll go over in just a minute. But on the right-hand side is kind of your intro page, which is for the creator. So Anderei created this. When you scroll down, you can get to all the social media and Etsy accounts, so you can check him out on Instagram at iPad Planner, or also visit his Etsy shop, which I'll also mention in the links below. Now, one of the cool things that I liked about this digital planner, and again, it's my first, but is this additional tab section here. So you can click on the tab and go to these individual pages, which you can name however you want them to be. They're completely open. And in the top right corner, you can click on each of these little icons and get to a page for line paper, for dotted grid, for graph paper, and then also for blank. And in this case, I use this to import some stuff from Procreate that I might use inside of this planner for myself. And because I can name it whatever I want, and because it is an imported PDF, inside of the Goodnotes app, you can just write right over top of the PDF. It's kind of the main feature of this. So I'm going to use my first tab here for stickers, for instance, and just put more things in there as I get to them. I can click on this. It's completely hyperlinked and get right back to the page, so I can get back to it at any point during my planning. Now on the right-hand side of the page, you're going to see all of the months, and what you do is you click on each one of these because this PDF is completely hyperlinked, and you'll get to that month's main page. So for January 2019, you'll see over on the left-hand side areas for events or tasks or things that you want to do. There's a cool goals section if you're interested, as well as a preview into the following month, which again is completely linked, so you can easily get to February if you need to. Now, it did take me a little bit of time to get used to this because there are no directions on how to use it, but I did eventually figure out that in the top right corner, similar to those previous tabs we saw at the beginning, each month has its own section here for those different types of paper. So lined paper, the dotted, the grid, as well as the blank. So, you could use these for anything if you wanted to, really, but what I did is I just kind of gave it a title so I know where I am, and then kind of click through to see. So for instance, in January, I could use something like this page here for bills to track what's going on and then fill each one of these out. In this case here, I'm just going to do something like, what's the name of the bill, how much is due on it, when is it due, and then did I actually pay it? So I thought this was really cool. It was already here, and you can use it for whatever you want. In this case, it kind of fit my need, so it worked out pretty good. Now, I use my bullet journal and planning mostly for work, but I thought this could be a cool way to incorporate maybe an online spreadsheet or one that I keep already on my desktop and just kind of keep this whole thing together just so I'm using it more. It just kind of made sense for what I'm doing. And again, because this is a PDF, you can write all over top of this, erase it if you need to, and it's pretty cool. Now, I'm not used to these type of interactive planners, but I did get a handle of it after some time, which, it just takes some time to get used to, as anything would. One of the other cool features that I liked that Anderei put in here are these little icons here that you can click on to go to that week. So for instance, here's the first week in January, so I can start to figure out what I want to do and what I want to plan. So it has the calendar on the left-hand side, the days of that week throughout, a good section here for events or for other tasks for the whole month. And then I'm using the bottom section here as I would any kind of a bullet journal and just writing out the things I have to do. And then there's also a section on the right-hand side just for your notes for that week if you want to keep things that way. Now, the cool thing about digital planning is there are a ton of different options that you can find, and Anderei specifically has a lot on his shop. This one I went for has these lines across the days of the week, which I thought was kind of great because I could use these for checkoffs, to-dos, events, regular type of bullet journal things I would use. Or the thing I've also done, and I've created spreads like this for myself historically, is actually the hours in that day. So I can write down meetings that I have going on. And again, so I'm not carrying around extra things with me and I can get to all of them easily. Now, because this is a fully hyperlinked PDF inside of this app, I can click around easily on any of those dates on that top left calendar and get to that week so I can jot down a note or event or something that's going on. And then I can also click on any of those right tabs at any time. They're always present to get to a month so I can easily find out what I need to do or what's going on. Now, as I mentioned, each one of these months has a separate one of these pages. So you saw me kind of fill out that January one. But if I wanted to take that information and bring it over to February, again, inside of the Goodnotes app, one of the reasons I liked it is that I can use this lassoing tool, copy everything from this page here, and then go into February's page and then just paste it right onto that page itself and then reuse that. And again, because it's all editable inside of this application, and there's other ones out there too, I don't want to just say like, this is the only one for you, but I can go ahead and paste that there and then just use like the eraser and erase anything that I had already filled out or don't need, and then reuse this page again easily for paying bills or whatever you're putting on these pages. It does take a little bit of getting used to, I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing around with this for a while before I even recorded this video, but I think overall it's something that could easily be figured out. And like I said, what I like about digital is that you can use things from like Procreate and kind of copy them over into these pages. So in this case, I just wanted to show you real quick how I brought something like this header into this. So I created this inside of Procreate, and then I'm able just to go and copy this from Procreate and then bring it right over into my planner and then paste it, whether I want it on a page or somewhere on that day of the week, or in this case, kind of creating this space where I can easily copy and paste these items from here. I'm not going to go through like a full tutorial on how to do this, but if you are interested in learning more about the Goodnotes app or just digital planning as a whole, leave a comment below. Let me know if you're more interested in this digital content or if you want me to stick to more of a traditional feel when it comes to these videos. I've been talking a lot about the traditional versus digital on Instagram and in my stories and had some really great conversations. And I don't think any one is better than the other. I honestly think that it's just whatever you like to use. And you might never need a digital planner if you don't even have access to an iPad, for instance. So sometimes paper and pen are just a lot more accessible. But I do think that you can use a lot of the bullet journal methods inside of planners like this and get the same benefit out of it. So overall, I think this digital planner is pretty cool. Again, if you're interested in checking this out for yourself, you can check it out on etsy.com/shop/PhotoMaterial. Also, make sure to check out Anderei on Instagram at iPad Planner. Overall, I think this was super effective. I'm very interested in playing around with it more. I don't think I'm ever going to stop keeping paper and pen around. It just doesn't make sense for me, but I think it was a really cool thing to check out. Thanks, Anderei, for letting me try this out. And thank you for checking out this video. If you'd like to see more videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and also make sure you visit me on Instagram at menwhobullet for more photos and videos and other great content about bullet journaling and planning all together.